Hello everyone, it's me, Instant Ninja. A while ago, I made a video on the top 5 creepiest bear alpha skins, and you guys liked that video a lot, so I figured I'd do the same, but in a top 10, with 10 creepy bear star skins, so I'll get into it. This skin barely made it onto the list, but since I needed 10 skins, I decided to include it. A Malab bear is, as it sounds, a cross between 3 bears, merged into a massive fleshy monster of different colours. I think where the creepiness comes in is that's exactly what it is, a blob of flesh. The description even states that they're suffering, stating that they're in a tortured existence. You can see this the most clearly with the third red head. Unlike the other two, the third head is squashed in between all the parts of each different bear. It's horrifying, and I think this skin deserves a spot on the list for that. You'll probably recognize this skin from the last list, but next up is CREEPIEST. It's a simple skin, basically just a dark looking bear with some creepy eyes, and that's all it really needs to be on this list. I don't see anyone talk about this skin, which is a shame because it really succeeds at being creepy. Jackob Bob is basically a pumpkin bob, and yet they still managed to make it creatively disturbing. The skin has a huge eye that stares almost into your soul. I find it really unnerving. Other details like the dangerous looking scythe behind it are why it landed on the list. Next is Rabbit, the only doggle skin that's going to be making it onto this list. It starts off as a perfectly innocent rabbit, yet something seems wrong with it. It gives off similar creepy vibes as Glitch Trap from FNAF, in which there's nothing physically disturbing about it, it just looks untrustworthy. And then it takes off its mask. Gosh, this thing is creepy. There's a massive hole in its face revealing a pair of teeth and an eye. It makes no sense and is quite horrifying, which is why it earns number 7. Back in the old days of Bear Star, I would have considered the creepiest skin to be Gore Bear. It's hard to even say what this thing is. It looks like some kind of bear, with 6 legs, along with an eye on its chest and cheese. When it walks, its eye flips for some reason, and the cheese starts to melt. This skin's really unsettling. It's just a vibe it gives off, along with the green. Ugh. Despite that, it's easy to tell that this was a skin made back in 2020. It's very simple, unlike all the others that are really realistic and creepy, which is why it doesn't get any higher than here. The final bob on the list is gonna be Sob. It's just a mess of different things all in one. It's got a hat, a creepy face, televisions, what looks like a broken leg, eyeballs, wires, a bow tie, and the entire skin is melting. Strange, disturbing images appear on the televisions, and the skin plays a strange sound that no other skin has. It's just odd and out of place. Unsurprisingly, Ito makes another list. They took what made the original creepy and added a creatively terrifying spin on it. The skin covers itself with a picture, and even that picture is disturbing. But then when it walks, it shows something else. The skin is a mess of flesh. It's hard to even tell what's going on with the visceral gore on it. Lore-wise, it's terrifying too. Imagine being randomly trapped in a room filled with your own memories and being turned into that. It's terrifying. Really good stuff. Here's another skin that succeeds at showing body horror. Sandy Corn is a hulking mass of messy candy, complete with sharp claws. If that's all it was, it probably wouldn't make the list. I mean, it's cool and intimidating, but not creepy. But then when it walks, it rips its own head open, showing eyeballs inside. Why does it have eyeballs inside it? I don't know. It makes no sense, but it's still terrifying. On the number 2 spot, we have Scarlet. There's not much to say about this skin, it just screams terrifying. It's a blood red bear with a scorpion-like tail and a large gaping mouth. That's it. And that's all it needs to strike fear into the bravest heart. It's also got a very interesting origin, being based on a Godzilla creepypasta of all things. it's a great skin, and I really wish I had it. As creepy as Scarlet is though, it's not the creepiest. The creepiest skin in all of Bear Star is... Yule. I don't even know where to start with this skin. It's just absolutely terrifying in every possible aspect. It's surrounded by 3 dolls that look too fleshy to be made out of fabric. The skin is covered in a black, dirty shadow. Its arms are long and spindly, and behind it, it holds a sack with human hands coming out. When you figure out what this skin's inspiration is though, it all becomes even more terrifying. It's based on SCP-4666, also known as the Yule Man. The Yule Man is supposedly a long-lived humanoid creature that stalks its prey, families with 8-year-old children, in snowy areas. It will stalk them until the 12th day, where it will kill all the family members, except whatever 8-year-old children are there, which it will abduct. The sack Yule Bear holds, it's not filled with adult hands, they're the hands of children. Its description is quite literal. It forces those children to work for it, creating toys, and if the children don't listen, it creates presents out of their flesh. If you can't make the toys, you become the toys. The context behind the skin, the design, it's all terrifying and executed perfectly, which is why this is what I would consider to be the most terrifying skin in Bear Star. Thank you all so much for watching if you made it this far. It really helps if you were to like and subscribe to this channel. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Goodbye.